Hi everyone, in this lesson, we're going to look at how to create vertical text in Affinity. While there isn't a built-in vertical text option, I'll show you how to create it using a text frame. I'll also show you various ways to modify both the text and the frame to make it work for your project. Are you ready? Let's get started. I'm going to start out by selecting my frame text tool and dragging out a tall frame. Now this doesn't work with the artistic text tool, just a text frame. I'll be able to scale this up and down once the text is in place, but for now I'm going to start out on the larger side. What I want to happen is that the text that I add to this frame is large enough that it hits the right side of the frame and automatically wraps down to the next line. And I want that to happen to each individual letter. I'm going to change my font up here at the top left to Leaking Inside. This is a font that can be found on Creative Fabrica, and I've linked to it below. And I'll change the font size to 72 and center it up. I can either use the drop down or I can just click on the box once to get to that second option. I'm going to type out vertical, and you can see that it's starting to wrap, but it's not wrapping by the individual letter. And that's because either my font is too small or the text frame is too wide because some of my letters aren't getting pushed down to the line below. I'm going to adjust the width of the text frame, and I can do that one of two ways. I can manually drag this control handle to the left until all of the letters are in vertical formation, or I can hover over this right control handle and double click, and it's automatically going to make it more narrow. Now this is a little too narrow. You can see that my letters are coming out from the side, so I'm just going to pull this out until they're on either side of the letter, but nothing is popping back up to the top. Next, I want to correct the space between the letters. Now, because this was created with the text frame, which holds paragraph text, I can use paragraph settings rather than the character settings to correct this. Specifically, this slider right here, which is paragraph leading. So with the frame selected, I'm just going to start dragging down on this until it's got the spacing I want. And I think 68 is pretty good. So I'll stop right there. But you can see that I have a lot of space here at the bottom of my text frame, and I don't need that. I could drag it up, but the easiest way to correct that is just to double click on this bottom handle here, and it's automatically going to pull it up beneath that last letter. Now this is editable text, so if I decide to change the font, I can do that. I just might need to update the paragraph leading or the text frame. So I'm going to select this and go back up to the top here, and I'll choose this Farmhouse Vintage. So I like this, but again, the frame has a little extra space and the leading is a little too close, so I can always change it here. If I change it to this brush texture, it's really squished, so I definitely need to change the leading there. But watch what happens when I choose this Azo Sans Uber. The leading is actually fine, but the problem is the font is so large that the L is getting cut off. The way to fix that is just to take this bottom handle and drag it down just below that last letter. The reason that it wasn't showing is because it was actually cut off by the text frame, and you can tell that it's overflowing by this little eyeball there. So if you just drag down, it's automatically going to show it. Now you can change the font easily with some possible adjustments, but what about changing the font size? This vertical text is set up and working because the frame is set to hug the lettering and force individual letters down to the next line. So of course I could go ahead and select this and change the font size. But if I do that, you can see that obviously it's overflowing the frame and I would have to adjust that. There's a much easier way of doing it. Instead of changing the font size directly, I'm going to scale the text frame along with the text inside of it, and everything's going to scale together. So if I select my Move tool here, down at the bottom right, you can see that I have two handles. There's an inner handle, and that's going to adjust the frame itself, but there's an outer handle, and that's going to adjust everything, including the text. So if I start dragging this inner handle, you can see it's impacting the flow of my text, and that's not what I want. If I grab the outer one, it's adjusting everything. It's changing the font size, which you can see here. It's also changing the leading based on that font size as I drag up and down. So it's trying to maintain what I had set just by changing it as I scale everything together. So I can make this really small, and it's going to adjust both of these to accommodate that. Now this is a text frame, which means that I can use the text frame panel to add some additional elements to this. So I'm going to select this, go up to the contextual menu at the top, and I'm going to choose text frame, which will open the text frame panel. Let's say that I want to have a fill behind my lettering here. I'll click on here, and I'm going to go to my swatches and choose this red color. I feel like the lettering should be lighter, so I'm going to go up to the top here and I'll pick this sort of off-white color. I can add a stroke to this if I want, so I can go to the bottom here and maybe I'll add this sort of pink color and make that 4 points. I feel like there's not enough space around my lettering, so I'm going to drag the text frame up a little bit to give myself a little bit more room. But now you can see I have this space down here and I have no space up at the top. So what I'm going to do is change the vertical position of my text. I can do that from here or I can do it up at the top here. I'm just going to click this second button that's going to center align it vertically. And now I have even space at the top and the bottom. Now, additionally, I could add a second column of vertical text if I wanted to. I'm going to drag this over. And under this section here, I'm going to add 2 columns. And it's going to balance those 2 columns out. I need to accommodate those because they're a little bit tight there. So I'm going to drag the right side of my text frame out. And I don't want to go so far that my text starts jumping up there. I'm going to leave it right about there. And if I click at the end here, I can type in text. And you can see that it's automatically added it at the vertical position because the entire text frame is set up that way. This isn't something necessarily that I would set up, but you can see that it is an option where you can have some fun creating different text frames using vertical text. If you have any questions about what we covered in this tutorial or a suggestion for a topic for one, let me know in the comments below. I have lots more Affinity tutorials coming, but in the meantime, you can find my entire Affinity playlist right here. Thanks for watching.